Rob and Slim Show.
Yes, sir. What's up, my brothers?
Pop,
What is
I
going
was just
on?
texting you. We were having some issues with Skype. How are you, man?
I'm great. I'm pumped. I can't complain. A lot going on in my world. How are you?
Great. Rapper and podcaster Pop Buchanan from the Sober is Dope podcast. We've been good, my friend. I'm glad to hear you've been good as well.
Yes. I've been, surviving. Quarantine kicked all of our butts. I'm just glad we all here. I'm glad to see that you're well and, the team is well. So God is good.
Good, man. I saw you just had a birthday recently.
Yes. I had a super birthday. I was excited about that. It was real chill. I turned 42 and it's a blessing, man, and all I wanted to do was kind of like just chill in bed and watch TV, and I was like, I really grew up.
I was gonna say,
Long way.
that's like a day out in your 40s, like just chilling in bed and watching a show or two.
Yeah, I was like, yo, I didn't want to do anything. My family was all like, you serious? We could go out. I was like, nah, I really just want to chill, and I enjoyed that, just relaxing, and and I felt like it was no pressure because it was my birthday, so I could relax. I just felt really relaxed. So thanks for asking.
I kind of wish we had like that mentality in our 20s. Like, I feel like we would have been better off, but I don't know. Like, would we have still
we would have
did that? I don't know.
Less scar. Yeah, we would have had less scars and less debauchery. But everything for a reason. I know I had a few birthdays where I should have kept my butt in bed. I definitely can tell you that one.
Yo, I was gonna say too. This is I'll have a drink, every now and then, and nothing crazy. But I was listening to one of your new songs like recently, within the past 6 months. On one of my breaks, I was outside of work, and this coworker saw me and asked me what I was listening to. So I sent her the link. We were friends on Instagram or something, and I also told her, he does this podcast, and she just thought it was so weird. Just because I have a drink or two, she's like, why would you endorse that and all? I'm like, well, I'm still friends with him. It doesn't mean that I can't enjoy his work and all that. It was just so weird to me that somebody would be like, like almost calling me a hypocrite. Like, this is so weird.
Oh yeah, that's terrible. No, it's actually acceptable because there's a large movement of people who still drink and do stuff that's concerned about the recovery community and concerned about addicts. Like, you have people who could really just partake and be fine, and they have the right to have compassion for someone who can't. I mean, you definitely on the right. She's just off base maybe because that's still a stigma we're breaking in people, and we're letting them know, it's not like we're mutants and and is something wrong with us.
No.
And you guys, we're human, and it's all good. Plus, music is music. Shoot, Macklemore, I guarantee you. You know what you should have said? Well, Macklemore is a recovery artist, and I'm sure you listen to his music.
Yeah, right? And everybody's allowed to live their life. Like, you're allowed to live your life the way you want to, and so am I. And we're also allowed to be friends and in the same world together. Like, it's just so weird to me that somebody would have that mentality.
Yeah, I know. Kind of creepy. It sounded like a creepy encounter. I'm sorry you had to go through that.
It was. No problem. I blocked that person. Blocked
Yeah,
block him. I'm proud of you. I'm glad you did. Good work.
Right? We're adults.
We don't have time in 2021 for people who project all of that craziness on our spirits, right? Like, we're trying to have a good vibe. You was vibing, for God's sake, right?
Yeah.
And she gonna come with her baggage and throw off. Yeah, I'm pissed that she threw your energy off.
That was it. I was jamming. I was in my own little spot, like you said, and then she was just like, just had to butt in. Like,
that's what's up, man.
I saw too, Pop. Are you ready to start a new season of Sober is Dope?
I just started season 2. Yes, I did. Today, I'm dropping an episode with the famous and celebrated Drew Hicks. He's the founder of Clean and Sober. That's what's up. Guy's story is crazy, man. I'm talking about this guy's story is like a movie. I'm talking about he used to be a mule, and a big time heavyweight. cartel trafficker. Then he got arrested multiple times, relapsed, flatline, came back to life, did multiple bids, and all. This guy's story is sick. He got adopted, right? For his parents. First, his story starts off like this, real quick, the CNN version. Dude, dad tries to beat his mom to death. Then his dad drives his car into a moving train. That's how his life starts. He gets put in foster care with a beautiful family, but a billionaire family outbidded this guy, his family, and then him and his brothers went to this family, and they abused him. They locked him up, and then they abused them and beat them and shocked them and did all of this crazy stuff to these kids. And then finally, the school noticed that this kid was wearing turtlenecks and long jackets and stuff. In the summertime, they made him take off his shirt. He had scars from his neck all the way down from to his feet, bruises, burns, all type of stuff. So they took him. He grows up, deals with all the trauma. They also molested him, but not his other siblings. Started using the coke. Then his family threw him out. Then he got into the street, became a mule going interstate back and forth from here to Mexico and all that. Got arrested, does a big bid, gets out, does a whole mule run again, gets arrested again, do a bid, gets out, flatlines because he overdosed, gets arrested, goes back in, finds his life, goes to 12 steps, comes out, sets up an international movement called Clean and Sober. That's what's up. 90,000 members online, international speaker, just got married, totally rehabilitated, Drew Hicks. That's the guy.
Wow.
That's how we start in season 2.
Yo, that is that. Yeah, there's no other way to that's one of the best ways to kick it off. Oh my god, dude, that's amazing. That's amazing. I got a guy too. Just you telling that guy's story.
I was thinking of
what was his name? Slim. Oh,
is it Baby Byron I'm thinking of?
Well, Baby Byron, he's a rapper, but there's also oh my god, we interviewed him
Travis Waters.
Travis Waters, almost a similar story, except for the fact that he got himself into trafficking for the cartel, and his story of a prison stint and how he's changed his life for the better. Like, yeah, I definitely have some people to
Baby Byron was just similar in the adoption thing where he just kind of went back and forth between families.
Yeah, but yeah, dude, that's awesome. That is awesome. I can't wait to hear that show pop.
Yeah, definitely. So I'm gonna drop that tonight, and then you gotta link me with Baby Brian or
yes.
Byron.
Byron.
Yeah, I wanna look into his stuff. But I'm excited about season 2, and it's really important. But I have something else that's really important. Is I just wrapped up my book. And you know what, guys? It took 2 years to write the book. It's called My Sober is Dope Handbook, and it's a companion to everything I'm doing. And this is the book that I wanted early in recovery, and it's also the book that would have helped me when I was in my addiction. It's a straightforward book full of prayers, affirmations, and tools that you could use, plus my story. But it's real practical. It's something that you could open up on any random day and have something that could shift you into a vital spiritual experience and help you along the way on your recovery journey, even as a normal human being that's outside of the recovery space.
Yes.
So I'm excited to complete that. You know what I mean? And I have the artwork. I'm doing everything now. It's going through the final phase of the last edits. Then I go into format, and then I'm dropping that baby. I dropped the album earlier this year, and I got another one ready to go.
I was going to ask.
Season 2 of Sober is dope, so a lot going on, you know.
Cool. Love it. What was the last album called?
Ancestral Drums.
That's right. Yes. I was trying to look it up earlier because that was one of the songs I heard from it. I couldn't find that actual song, but I remember that. Yes.
Yeah, we was talking about I Love My Ancestors. I remember we was talking about that last time. Yeah, that's the album that we did for that single, I Love My Ancestors. And that album was one of those albums that I really just wanted. It was like me being selfish because, an artist, you want to put out this perfect work. And I said, nah, my first album is going to be all my favorite stuff. It's going to have a theme, but I'm just going to really put together. And I did that myself. I cut it, did the whole thing. One day I woke up and said, I'm dropping an album, and I did. I just spent a day, put everything together, and put it out. Now, we have another bigger project called Sober is Dope coming out, which is another album that I'm doing, which is big. It tells my story. I do the interludes podcast style, so it's going to be on Spotify. That's going to be really hot.
That's a cool concept too. Like you said, just podcast style. Yeah, that's awesome. That's super cool. So like in between each track, you're you're just gonna be speaking?
Yeah, I explained, like I set up the, like, so my partner at AP was interviewing me for this, and it was like, yeah, like it starts off with me talking about how I lost my dad and how he was my hero and I saw him die in front of me. And then it goes into his song, Rocky V, which is, that's how we start the album. And that's deep because in my recovery journey, we traced it back to, I lost my dad when I was 12, and that was like my hero. And seeing your dad have a heart attack in front of you is not easy, and I think that's where it really started for me. Like I was really an innocent kid who just like wrote poems for girls, did martial arts, and listened to Jodeci and Shy. And then my dad died. Go from 12, 13, 14. Like I was 13, 14, 15. Then I totally get into smoking weed, get outside. I grow up, and then I started. That's when pop started coming to life, and I traced it all back to the bereavement of my dad. When you lose a dad, that's where the trauma point starts, and that's how I wanted to start that album.
Yeah, just you mentioning that, I remember it was like 5th or 6th grade. One of our friends said the same thing you said. Father had a heart attack and just died right in front of him. I think at the dinner table, or I'd have friends.
Oh, no.
I had one friend who came home from school and found her mom dead at the bottom of the stairs from that kind of a thing.
Damn, man. Wow. Yeah, I was around that same age. I remember I was in 8th grade. That was right before high school. And I was in 8th grade, I remember. And I was out of school for so long, and when I came back to school and I was walking, how you walk into your desk down the aisle, all my friends had their hands out and they just was like they just was like, as I was passing, they were just all touching me. Yeah. It was deep. I was young and school looked brand new. That's how long, 3 weeks out of school, you just buried your dad. It was tough. But that's why I wanted to start the album like that, because it was like to commemorate my dad, so it's exciting. I'm excited. Guys, I'm just excited to be alive and create. That's my thing, man. Create. Like, yes. You guys got your show. It's like there's something about that second component to your day where it's like you got this 9 to 5, you have the family, but then you can't give up on your dreams and creating and giving back to the world. And that invigorates something within your core. It wakes up the spirit. And I think a lot of people leave that on the table.
Yes.
They like, I got too old to do my dream or to follow my passion. And I just want to be someone to say, go out there. I don't care if you're 70 years old and you want to be a rock star, go out there, pick up that guitar. If you're 80 years old and you always want to do something, don't give up. Never give up on your dreams.
It's also like a muscle. Like you could be physically ripped, but if you got nothing, else going on, it's just you're kind of empty. You need that creative project,
right? Absolutely,
or outlet. Definitely. When is your book gonna come out, Pop?
I'm trying to drop it closer to either Thanksgiving or Christmas. I want to drop it in 2021. So, because I want to start 2022 fresh. I want to start 2022 working on book number 2, album number 3, and start going out to do I want to do motivational talks. I want to go places and actually tell my story. So I think that's the next stage for Pop. Pop Buchanan and Sober is Dope, is to take it on the road, go out in front of people, talk about perseverance in life. Because my story is bigger than just addiction. It's just about perseverance and, going from, I would say, riches to rags because of like my success out of college, and then my fast burn due to my addiction and just being young and crazy and having too much fun, and then building my life back up. I think that could motivate a lot of people. So I want to take the show on the road. Yeah. Can't let all these other guys have all the fun, like my man E.T., Eric Thomas, and all of them. I can't let them have all the fun. So I want to throw on my towel with the motivational circuit and see who I can help by just getting in front of people.
Cool. I do remember that from the last time we talked. Like, you mentioning the stuff you did earlier in your life, you kind of just had to shed that skin and start anew.
Yeah, you have to. Like I said, like I told you before, I wasn't out there like with a machine gun doing anything crazy like that. For me, it was more or less, college kid, music artist, living the music lifestyle, being young, and just. Only difference between me and everyone else is that I was born extremely allergic to alcohol and didn't get the memo. So my reaction to it was different from other people's. So it became chronic and then really problematic at some point. And then when you mix that with depression or any type of loss, it just turns everything upside down, and that's pretty much it. So, I was just speaking to this one. I wouldn't say one of my fans, right, but it was somebody, one of my supporters, and she was saying that the ugly in your story is beautiful, and she was like, you're like the young, the older version of you was a butterfly, and the person that's in front of you now is a butterfly. I said, no, the younger version was a caterpillar, and now I'm a butterfly. She said, no, you both was butterflies. Like, you have a beautiful story, but it's within that ugliness. And I was explaining to her that when you're trying to tell the dark part of your story, it tends to make people feel like that was the only part of your story, but it was so much beautiful stuff. Like, my story always starts with me graduating college. It always starts with me having this real estate job and having a brownstone at 24, being, working at my brother's church, having my own company, doing all of this stuff. But, when you fall from grace, so to say, it's never pretty. And in that ugliness, out of that ugliness is the beauty. And that's where I was able to resurrect and rehabilitate my life.
I love you mentioning too your interaction with supporters and fans. That's one thing about your Instagram and your Twitter and all that. You have a lot of interaction with your supporters and fans. It's really cool to see.
Yeah, I love them, man. I love them. If you rock with me, I'm gonna rock with you. That's important to me. Like, I'm not, I'm doing this to connect with people. And I didn't believe, my cousin is the one who got me into podcasting. He said, listen, one day you're going to wake up and you're going to have so many people that's going to be reaching out to you, and it's beautiful, and I never take it for granted, I swear. I do feel like I need an assistant at some point, because sometimes people fall through the cracks. Like, it'll be like a erroneous person that'll reach out and I'll forget to get to them because of, you might intend to, but it's like, damn, and then I'll reach out anyway. But I don't want that to happen. I want to have a system where I can get to everyone, but hey, it's going to get to a point where it's going to be hard, but that's why we're doing this. But my message is going to be always there. But I love my supporters. Without them, we wouldn't. Dope is not me. It's a community. It's all of us,
Yes, gotcha. Totally gotcha. Pop, would you be able to spit either a verse or a poem for us?
Oh, yeah, I got you. So I got a few joints, but this one is called Can't Let Go. I can't let go because I'm bugged, Holmes. The game and the verse, the chicks and the fame's all part of my love, Jones. Can't let go with the main stage, the stadium shows, cranium flows, all giving me brain waves. Most want to let go with true faith. The ghetto's a true place. Populists put two in they screw face. I can't let go with the baddest. The Nefertiti type that leave me tight since her body's a gadget. It drives a person like me insane that being hot was a crime. You might as well put pop in the chains. Can't let go with the gods and the Christ in me. The spirit that polarizes the planet. It's so hard with this life in me. So that's one. What else I got for you? Here's a snippet from one of my new songs. It's called Little Punk, right? And this is about, Little Punk was about the kind of the bad parts of, like, it's me apologizing to everyone I wronged. So I apologize to anyone I hurt when I was drunk. I was just a little punk who's addicted to the skunk or the sour D's. Power, please. Smashed me in the shower, didn't mean to take advantage that I devoured. I made a promise to my mom I get sober in December. That was 2012. I was gone to November. I'm sorry for anyone I hurt when I was drunk. Any person that I robbed, mother, little punk, couldn't keep a job in my world, addicted to the sticky, always had a chick with me, pop, probably sucking. Forgive me, every time I lied to get a bottle, I was so depressed, hard pressed a model. Can I curse on here?
Yes. Absolute fuck yes. You could definitely curse.
I could curse. All right, damn. I was like, yo, I was censoring myself.
That was even awesome though. Like, I just that you could do that. I was like, wow. Like that's a skill, man.
Oh man, but so yeah, man. Little Punk. So listen, go get Little Punk. Little Punk is a deep track because you know what, guys, it was me being vulnerable. You do a lot of boneheaded shit when you in recovery. I mean, when you're in your active addiction.
In
so
life,
I just want to apologize.
Yes.
I said I lost my brother drinking on the phone. I forgot the shit I said. In my head, I was alone. He said, never call again. That brother was my clone, but a better one, a better son. I miss him. He's my home. Sorry to my exes who I played and I cheated in the penthouse triplex. I was always fucking weeded. I apologize to anyone I hurt when I was drunk. Motherfucking little punk who's addicted to the skunk or the shower. D's power, please fuck me in the shower. Didn't mean to take advantage to the pussies I devoured. I made a promise to my mom I'll get sober in December. That was 2012, and I was gone to November. Pop Buchanan, baby.
Wow, dude, that's a deep track, man. Fuck, that's awesome. That's awesome. Thank
man.
you, my friend.
You know, and I learned to keep it raw. Like I'm putting it out there. I remember we spoke about that. I said about rap again, guys. I'm not going to embellish anything crazy. I'm just going to talk about me, the good, bad, and ugly.
Yes.
It is hard. You feel vulnerable. You feel overexposed, but you can't have any breakthroughs without the truth.
It's relatable. It's that's what I love about it. It's relatable. It's awesome, man. Awesome.
Thank you, my friend.
No problem. Thank you, man. Thank you, Pop. It's always great talking to you, man. I feel like you're definitely a dude I want to one time just chill with, have like hour or more conversation with, like. You the man.
Definitely.
You're the man.
Anytime. And look, one day we get you guys on the podcast. Remember, the podcast is just not about recovery. So we're going to just stay connected. I'll see you guys at the top, man, because we're not going to stop. And, you know, I love you, brothers, and it's always amazing. I have a big Clubhouse talk to do now later. And then I was telling them, I said, hey, I'm going to be on the Robin Slim Show. And it was, like, very cool, man. So, like, it's all love, brothers.
Hell yes. Love you, Pop. Where can everybody find you?
You can find me at popbuchanan.net. That's popbuchanan.net, or at Sober is Dope on Gmail, TikTok, Twitter. You can also find me at Pop Buchanan, IG, TikTok, and Twitter.
I love too. I was gonna say, just we do. Slim does a bit every week where he reads song lyrics as an internet rapper, and just sometimes you liking those videos on Instagram, it makes me smile. It makes me smile so hard.
Yeah, man, I support you guys heavy, and I got a lot of respect for you. So always love.
Much love, my friend. Take care, Pop.
All right, peace, my friends. Thanks for having me. Catch you later. One love.
One love.
One love.